So this video is a comparison between a book that is Aqidah and a book that is Aqidah. Is it really? Yes. So the first one we have here, Kitab أصول الإيمان في ضوء الكتاب والسنة. MashaAllah. This is a book about Iman in light of the Quran and Sunnah. Let's see if I can open a page and see that there is not an ayat on it. Let's see if I can find a page where there's not an ayah of Quran or hadith on it. I don't know if I can find it. Let's just see here. I think I can go through a single page and find that there isn't an ayah in it. Even like a muqaddimah. I don't even think I could get past a muqaddimah except that there would be ayat of Quran and a hadith here. Wow. This is what Aqidah should be, shouldn't it? Should be Quran, Sunnah, understanding Allah by what He told us and what His Messenger told us. Yes. This is what Iman should be about. All right, let's look at this other book. This says Aqidah to Surah al-Senoussi. All right, what's this book about? All right, I'm just going to cut to the chase. This is the sharh of the matan. I wouldn't expect that the matan is going to have a lot of Quran and Sunnah, but let's just see. All right, first page we hear. Any Quran, any Sunnah? No. Let's see, second page. Quran, Sunnah? No Quran, Sunnah? No Quran, Sunnah. I'm hoping that the meanings are here. Any Quran, Sunnah? All right, let's go to the sharh. Alhamdulillah. All right, that's close to Quran. All right. Let's see here, but you have to start with that. They say that. All right, let's look here. Any Quran, any Sunnah? All right, let's see if there's any Quran, Sunnah. Is there any Quran, Sunnah? No. These books are so easy. They don't have to do any takhrij on them. Wow, that makes their job a whole lot easier. All right, let's keep going. Any Quran and Sunnah. This is what you will find in the book of Ashari. So if you ever are looking to try to figure out, is this book that I got a book that is of Ahlu-Sunnah, or is it a book of Ahlul-Kalam? All you have to do is see, is there any Sunnah in there, or is it only Kalam? This is Kalam. You won't find any Sunnah in here unless it comes up in the middle of something to help prove a point that is already developed by Kalam. There we go. We got our first part of Sunnah after, I don't know, how many pages was this? All of these pages, just imagine, you would be reading about Aqidah. You would be reading, what's that, 30 minutes at least? You'd be reading 30 minutes and you wouldn't have come across a single ayah of Quran or a hadith by now. These are the books of the Ashari Aqidah, and this is what I came across when I went through Azhar. When we went through our class in Aqidah, I realized very, very quickly that you got a book of Tawheed and you don't have any Quran in it. And if they do bring Quran, that's just to explain here. There we go. And there we go. We got an understanding of what does Qadim mean, but this is not the one that we're meaning here. All right. And so they're talking about Qadim. So we have to, this is not a basing Aqidah off of it. Rather, it's just talking about the meaning of the word Qadim. Do they base their Aqidah off of the Quran and Sunnah? Oh, yes, this is what they base it off of. لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٌ وَهُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْبَصِيرُ. This is what they base it off of. Anything else that doesn't fall into their understanding of this, and also, let's see on the next page, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ Allahu Samad. If it doesn't fall into these little categories, how they pin it out, then in this case, they don't rely on it. And you won't see any relying of Quran and Sunnah in these books. And this is how you can definitely know when you are going through these things. You won't find very many. So I just went through like, I don't know, how many pages was this? Like 20 pages or so? And 20 pages without any Quran and Sunnah. And at some times, of course, yes, you had to mention a little bit of Quran and Sunnah. But if I were to keep going through the rest of this book, which is a well-known book, البراهين, it's a well-known book for the Ashari Aqidah. This is what you will find. You will find very, very little kalam of Allah, and you will find very, very little kalam of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You're not going to find any of this. except little bits here and there. Of course, there's some cases where they will bring it up. In some cases, and there might be little good pieces here and there. Oh, and just lastly, just found a little goodie here. They're talking about something here, and I just wanted to share this with you. What rabtul aadi? I'm talking about rabtul aadi, and this is like the connection that we would normally make. They say, well, aslu kufr tabi'iyin. All right, so it's aslu kufr. What does this mean? This means the connection that's a normal connection between things. And he says, and this is the foundation of kufr for those who believe in nature. What do you mean believe in nature? They believe that nature exists, or that nature works with itself, or that they believe that nature has a consequence, you know? All right, and so he says, وَمَنْ تَبِعَهُمْ مِنْ جَهَلَةِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Or the people who follow them from the ignorant people of the believers. فَرَوُوا الْإِرْتِبَاطِ الشِّبَعِ. So he says, because they found that there's a connection of shiba, which is becoming full, bil-akal, that there's a connection between eating and becoming full. Wait, I'm jahil for thinking that? Yeah, that's what he says here. All right, wardi bil-ma'. All right, and this is also like quenching one's thirst. It comes from drinking water. Oh, I must be. This looks like the most stupid thing that someone could ever believe, that they actually quench their thirst with water. وَسَتْرُ الْعَوْرَةِ بِالثَّوْبِ. Oh, my aura was covered with a thobe. That's something else. I didn't know that there was a connection here, and this is the issue here. Like the jahala, they think that he's saying basically the ignorant fools of the Muslims think that their aura is covered with a thobe. Allah musta'an. Like they're actually, it's not the thobe that's covering their aura. All right, and I guess this is something that Allah created. All right. And ad-daw bi-shams. So the light comes from the sun. All right. وَنَحْوِ ذَلِكَ. Okay, what if I were to think that maybe ultimately it comes from Allah? You know, ultimately Allah gave all these things here. No, is that enough? No. It says مِمَّا لَا يَنْحَصِرُ فَفَهِمُوا مِنْ جَهْلِهِمْ أَنَّ تِلْكَ الْأَشْيَاء هِيَ الْمُؤَثِّرَةِ. So, and also so many things that there's no way to conclude all of them. And فَفَهِمُوا مِنْ جَهْلِهِمْ. So then we understood from our jahl, from our ignorance, that all of these things, they are actually they're mu'athira, which means that they cause effects, and they have effects. فيما ارتبط وجوده معها إما بطبعها. So he says, and so either they're connected, so all these things are affecting because of the connection of their presence with like the results, either by بطبعها, which is like their natural connection that it actually does these things, أو بقوة وضعها الله فيها, or with a power that Allah put inside of these things to do that. So if I were to think that, okay, Allah created the sun, Allah created clothes to cover mankind, and when a man puts on his clothes, Allah created a power for that clothes, for those clothes here to cover the aura so it's not seen. Is this jahala? And this is what the Ashari believes as jahala. But Ahlu-Sunnah, what do they think? Oh, let's see what Ahlu-Sunnah, according to them, say. And he goes into lam yaftatinu bi shay'in min al-akwan. Oh, they don't think that any of the things from the universe actually do anything. Wow, they didn't fall into this fitna. And then he goes through all this and blah, 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 to the end of it. So anyways, this was just a quick little run through of what you can expect to find in an Ashari book. And of course, that last little goodie there, that was something extra. But basically, if you ever open up an Ashari book, you can expect that if you were to open up into just any page, just random, let me just pick a random page. Is there going to be Quran or Sunnah in here? No Quran, no Sunnah. Let me try one more. Quran and Sunnah? Quran? No. Quran, Sunnah? No. Let me try another page. Quran? Yay, we got Sunnah here. All right. Is this even authentic Sunnah? I don't know. Let's see here. أخرج من حمدان. ماشي. Okay. All right, we got something here. But what if I were to actually ask, is the majority of their kalam Quran Sunnah? I'm going to be very hard pressed to find anything from Quran Sunnah. Let's see here. Jaiz, jaiz. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. If we didn't have to start with this, I don't know if there'd be Quran Sunnah. Oh, there is. Okay, there we go. And he's going to talk about this. Why is he going to talk about this? Because he's got to refute it. Okay, there we go. Blah 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 blah. And then he's got to refute it. And this they will talk about the Quran, yes, occasionally, just so he can refute Ar-Rahmanu ala al-arsh istawa. And so here we go, because blah 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 blah. And then he's gonna go refute the Quran. Wallahu musta'an. And so this is one. But if you think this is just one of the books of the Salafis, of course everyone knows معارج القبول. This is a nice Salafi book of Ahlu-Sunnah. Oh, whoa, Quran Sunnah. Oh, my bad. Quran Sunnah. I can't open. Let's try to open a page. Quran without Sunnah. Let's try to open. No. This is how you know a book of Ahl Sunnah from a book of Ahl Dalal. Kalam. In Kalam al-Nas. Allahumma musta'an. They don't let's try to open up one of these pages. I'm trying to find a page that doesn't have Quran Sunnah in this book. That would be fun. And of course, this is why you'll also find that a lot of the really original books of Ahl-Sunnah wal Jama'ah, they'll just be just like hadith. All it will be is hadith. It'll just be one hadith, and the only thing that you'll find from like the actual author is like the chapter title. They explains why he brought these hadith together, and you learn the Quran and Sunnah from the hadith. They explain each other. It's pretty clear. Okay, there's takhrij. Maybe that's my issue. No, it's takhrij for hadith. So it's real hadith. So this is the difference between the kutub of Ahl-Sunnah, like the people of the Sunnah. You'll find Sunnah on all their pages, as opposed to the people that claim to be Ahl-Sunnah. You won't find anything but kalam. And let's keep going. Random page searching. All right, random page searching. It wasn't for Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, they would have been losing in the game. I'm still not finding any Quran or Hadith.